This week has been one of the most exciting weeks we've had at the cottage so far. For months we've been planning, knocking down walls, clearing rubble, dealing with wiring, plumbing, insulation, and all the jobs that nobody really notices. But this week felt different. The plasterer has been hard at work finishing the huge kitchen diner, and for the first time I can really see the room we've been dreaming about and coming to life. When we first bought the cottage, I knew this room had potential, but I don't think either of us realised just how incredible it would feel once the ceiling was opened up. One of my favourite decisions has been keeping the original wood beams exposed. I absolutely love the character they add to the room. Combined with the skylights, the whole space feels bright, open, and much larger than it ever did before. Every time I walk into the room, I find myself standing there, imagining the finished kitchen, the dining table under the window, family Christmases, dinners, and all the memories we will hopefully be making in this year and other years to come. It's exciting because we're finally reaching the stage where we can start to picture the finished results. One of the things I love most about renovating an old cottage is finding ways to add character while still keeping the building practical for everyday life. Every decision we make feels like a balance between preserving the charm of the cottage and creating a comfortable home for the future. As the week went on, the progress continued and the cottage started to feel more settled. There is still a huge amount left to do, but for the first time I can really imagine what the finished rooms will start to look like. While the plasterer has been transforming the kitchen, I've been carrying on with the painting. It seems like every room needs at least 4 or 5 coats of paint, trying to get all the walls to be the same, balanced with the white. I guess white being a very transparent colour takes a lot more to cover. And also, well, it didn't help buying the cheaper paint and not putting primer underneath. But I learnt the hard way. But I still can't believe how amazing this room looks. I'm not looking forward to painting this room, but when it's finished, I think it's going to look absolutely incredible. I can't wait to have the kitchen in, the kitchen island and the dining room table, and have my utility room for my laundry and a deep freezer, and all the plumbing will be finished and the hot water tank in the corner. I can imagine it all coming together nicely now. I've even started ordering things for the finishes, as we'll need to get the lights ready for the electrician to put up. Because once that scaffolding's gone, it's going to be hard for us to be able to reach anything up there. But even with the windows and the skylights, I think it looks amazing. So I've finished the guest bedroom and now I'm more than halfway through our bedroom in the painting. Next up I'll be doing the small tiny guest bedroom and having to move all the stuff out because that was our makeshift kitchen. But now we can finally move our kitchen into the kitchen. Meanwhile, John has been busy finishing the mystery project, so many of you have been trying to guess what he's been creating. We've had all sorts of suggestions in the comments over the last few weeks, some very sensible and some made us laugh a little. I guess the headboard in the background put everybody off a little bit on the wrong tracks. Even though we opened up between the kitchen and the living room to have that nice flow and make the space feel good and big and airy and light. We found that in Ireland, in the area that we're in the winters can be cold and windy, and we wanted that snuggled feeling for the living room in those winter nights. So we decided to build a door that fits the space but will look awesome. With the wood beams in the ceiling, the skylights, and now a wooden, old wood hanging barn door over the big opening, and then another one that will be over the opening of the utility room. I think they will make the whole place look rustic, modern farmhouse country, perfect, just the way I like it. I've always wanted one of those old barn doors and the hangers that's sliding along, and John built one just exactly how I wanted it to be. We ordered the frame and the handle from Amazon, and we got the old wood, found the oldest wood we could find to create the big barn doors, and I think John did an amazing job. The door is absolutely huge but looks stunning. I'm so proud of him and so happy with the result. It then came to the weekend. The sun came out on Sunday, and that was nice, as it had been a rough week weather-wise. We went out for a drive, and then it decided to stop in many different locations, as the scenery is always stunning, especially in the sunny weather. So we drove from place to place, up and down around the area, stopping every now and then, jumping out of the car and taking photographs. It's just beautiful, tranquil, peaceful, and we had such a lovely weekend. We both needed the relax on the Sunday. John had been working hard and was still getting over that cold he had last weekend. We both had quite the rough. One weekend I had a cold, and the second week he did. So this weekend we finally could actually get out and enjoy, and it was beautiful. We had such a lovely Sunday together, driving around, having ice cream, getting fish and chips, and just enjoying every moment, as even though the renovations are doing amazingly and John's busy at work and I'm painting all week, reading and writing my books, doing my editing, we still have to stop and take time to enjoy the moments. Before I finish this week's video, I just wanted to thank everyone for following along on our journey while we renovate the cottage in Donegal. Sometimes I have to stop and think, wow, I'm actually living here now. I can't believe it. After travelling back and forth, setting up the house, even though it's not finished at all, I never thought this day would come. As many of you know, while I'm working on the cottage in the evenings now, especially without Wi-Fi, without TV, but anyway, I just decided to start writing. I've always wanted to write and I'm enjoying the peace and quiet and writing. And I've already put one of my books out and published. I'm so proud of myself. I've recently published my second book. I can't believe it's already out and I am so happy with this one. I think you'll like it. Before I say goodbye, I just want to share the trailer for my new book, Irish Lass, One Last Dream. I hope you enjoy it. Donegal, Ireland, 1945. 19-year-old Maggie left home with a suitcase, a dream and a promise. A journey across the Atlantic, a new life awaited. But no matter how far she travelled, home was never forgotten. Good night, Maggie. Irish Lass, One Last Dream, a timeless story of love, loss, and finding home, by Julie Garnier, available on Amazon.